Hey channel members, thanks so much for joining me. Today, I kind of wanted to talk about an interesting topic, and well, you may be feeling the same way if you're in a credit card space. So I have been working on, well, 9 sign-up bonuses since February, and well, I'm kind of done. 10 if you include the monthly sign-up bonus with the Mesa card, but we'll get into that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get into all of the sign-up bonuses that I've done since February, and well, why I'm kind of tired of sign-up bonuses for the time being. So the first one that I'm going to talk about is, well, the American Express business card. So I tried to get the 200,000 point offer. So the first card I'm going to talk about is the American Express Business Gold Card. So I tried to get this sign-up bonus, the 200,000 point sign-up bonus, but well, I was in pop-up jail for that particular offer, but I wasn't for the 150,000 point offer after spending $15,000 over the course of 3 months. And I did this in February because, well, I knew that my wife and I were going to have to pay taxes, and I figured that would be a nice little backstop if I wasn't able to make any of that spend. However, over the course of that 3 months, I gave my wife an authorized user card and we spent everything on this card. And we actually ended up spending pretty much just a little bit over that 15,000 with about 2 weeks left. So we actually ended up earning this completely on regular spend that we do every day. And so, well, this was our life for, well, about 2.5 months. So that one's out of the way. So 150,000 points. And then the next card is the Amtrak Guest Rewards Preferred Card. Now this is a World MasterCard through FNBO, and this one currently has a higher sign-up bonus of 40,000 Amtrak points when you spend $2,000 over the first 3 months of having the card. And so once that the business card got done, I went ahead and switched straight to this one, and then I was able to actually wrap that up within the first month. And so, well, card number 2, sign-up bonus, is in the bag. Now, when my wife and I actually got back from our trip to Europe in March, I actually had this offer waiting for me in my mailbox. This was for the Citi AA Advantage Platinum Select card, and the annual fee is waived in the first year, but I had a higher sign-up bonus of 80,000 points. And in order to get this sign-up bonus, all I had to do was spend $4,000 over the course of 4 months. And well, that was relatively easy to get, and well, I actually just recently finished the sign-up bonus for that. And so that's another 80,000 points in the bag. So for those of you that are keeping score, that's 80,000 American Airlines points, 40,000 Amtrak points, and 150,000 American Express points. So now let's get into this card. This is the big dog, the American Express Platinum card. And I actually had a upgrade offer for my American Express Gold card. And so that upgrade offer was 120,000 points after spending $6,000 over the course of 6 months. And my wife and I actually just recently closed out this one as well. I was kind of slow walking this one because, well, I was working on all these other sign-up bonuses as well. So this one was running concurrently to the American Express business card and things like that. But now this is in the bag as well. So that's another 125,000 Amex points I was able to earn. Now let's take a look at the American Express Gold card. So this was also an upgrade offer. This was an upgrade offer from my American Express Green card, and that was for, I think it was 50,000 points after spending $1,000 over the course of, well, I think it was 6 months. So really easy to use. I ended up getting it very, very awesome to have. So that was nice. Those points were nice. And now let's take a look at some ones that I'm currently working on but almost finished with. That's going to be the Gemini card, and this is available. Gemini is a cryptocurrency exchange, and this one earns in whatever cryptocurrency you choose. Now that's $200 cash back essentially in the form of whichever cryptocurrency you choose after you spend $3,000 in 3 months. And so, well, I only have about $1,000 left on this, so I will be rounding that out very shortly. Now, I'm also working too on the Delta SkyMiles Business Gold card. This one comes with a 60,000 point offer. There's a higher one now. It came about 2 weeks after I signed up for this card, but oh well. And this one I have to spend $4,000 in 6 months, and I'm, well, about halfway there. And then also, there's the One Key card. Now, this is from Wells Fargo, and this gets you, I think it's $300 in One Key cash back after spending $1,000 in 3 months, and I'm about halfway done towards that as well. However, It's important to note too that while all that was going on, I was also working on my Mesa card spend. And so for those of you that aren't aware, you have to spend at least $1,000 on this each month in order to get your mortgage points awarded to you. And so while all those were being managed, this was being managed as well. And so I was able to accomplish all of these sign-up bonuses and get, well, a lot of points and cash back through being able to effectively manage and budget effectively. So I have all these cards, basically hooked up through my budgeting app, also hooked up through my Max Rewards app. And so I was able to kind of track all these things and time out when each needed to be finished. But it was a lot of stress. And well, that's something that's kind of important to not have to do. And well, actually, I don't think I mentioned my Chase Sapphire Preferred. That was 100,000 Chase points that we got after spending $5,000 in 3 months. And so that's also in the bag as well. So all of these points, insane value. I definitely am very glad that I'm doing it. My wife and I will have multiple business trips, business class trips to Europe, in our future because of what we've done over the last few months. However, it's a lot of stress to manage all that. And well, I'm kind of excited about going back to my regular wallet. And my regular wallet is actually going to be my gold card and then my venture card. And then I'm also going to be keeping my, my business gold card for gas spending. And I'm also going to be using my Saver card for entertainment purchases and things like that. And then Platinum card for airfare purchases. So I'm really excited to be going back to my core setup and kind of seeing how much points I'm able to earn from that. But anyway, thanks so much for joining me. I'm just really interested in kind of taking a breather from sign-up bonuses for the time being. Next tax season, we'll see what happens. But in the meantime, thanks so much for joining me, and I'll see you again next time.